So this is the first look I'm going to give everybody of a real Stalin line bunker. This is technically just a little pillbox. And you can see it had some damage done to it, but these are far more impressive than what I thought they were. And this, I'll show you from the inside. You'll see what this is. I got a couple of friends from the Ukrainian army here with me, and an interpreter, but I'm just going to walk you through this so you can just see the very basics of what this is. Close defensive firing, of course, firing port, and there's a wooden door here. You see wood here in the sides. Close defensive, straightforward. Now, somebody throws a grenade in here. This was simply to deflect from the blast, which is brilliant. You don't see that in the German bunkers. Of course, heavy steel roof. They built these, thousands of these, and they had years to do it. Then you have the next heavy steel door, which is missing, and I'll give it to it. It's okay, because inside, now you really get an idea. Now remember, there's a lot of these little pillboxes in this little forest, and which incidentally is right on the line where the Russians attacked last year, which makes it really interesting, because the Ukrainians fought out of these old bunkers too. Here, machine gun, Maxim. There was a shutter that would be closed. This is for the ammunition, and then they're all clad with steel plate for shrapnel. And here's another machine gun embrasure. And again, here's a third. And you had, here's a shrapnel. The Germans, after taking this in 1941, they set a charge inside, but they didn't close the shutters. And because they didn't close the shutters, the roof lifted a little bit around the fighting positions, then the blast deflected out, and this is actually in pretty damn good condition. See, even the wood here under the Maxim, that would be part of the table that would hold the machine gun, still here. Then the ammunition would have this little shelf here, and then there would be a mechanical ventilation for the muzzle exhaust here, which is really advanced, I would say. And you have, again, the close defensive position here, and almost a hatch that would be enclosed. Now, what gets really cool, again, do remember this is a very small pillbox in the middle of a forest, and there's thousands of these. This thing had telephone. All of them had telephone. Commander would be sitting here, and he would have a periscope, little controls to control the periscope, and he would also have a radio. And not only that, here was a ground well for water also. Telephone, radio, ground well in such a small pillbox. Stalin line bunkers are no joke. They are really not. This is really, really interesting. And you notice the heavy duty rebar. This is as much rebar as the Germans had in the Regelbauten. And this was built in 1932. And there's a lot of these. And they get bigger, and there get to be tunnels. Just saying, Stalin line is a real contender. Well, considering they were keeping people safe just last year as they're still fighting out of it, that should give you some idea exactly of how safe this is and how sturdy it is. You come out here to the trenches that ran between them, which was a real thing, and you find a bit of debris. And the very interesting thing is, and I'll show you that, as the Ukrainians were using these preparing for the attack last year, they dug up old Russian trenches from 1941 and found a bunch of artifacts from the war. You can't wait to hear more about this now, can you? I can't wait to tell you.